Guys, so I've just seen the apartments in Al Satwa. The buildings, the facilities are very not good. Like, I didn't really like the pools, I didn't really like the gyms. So far the first one is really looking like I like that one. Now I'm heading to Al Jaddaf. It's nice, but it's not, I don't love it, but there's that. And then opposite the washroom is the kitchen. Kitchen is quite nice. The colors, I don't like the countertop. Okay, so let's actually look at the view. It's big though, this place. The metro station.
I'm so elated, I'm with the fam, we all related, yeah. Life is good, so why they hate me? They throw the cap, we graduated, yeah. I'm used to it, so you know I had to settle in. My future bright like.
So right opposite is the gym. It's not spectacular, but thank you. So there's a pool upstairs.
You know my melody, yeah. Go make a play, yeah. Just how you like it. Taste now, big dreaming, can't you see it? We stay shining, every season and you know I like it, yeah. I love it, yeah, I like it, yeah, I love it. Ay, run the numbers, all summer, we stay shining, on the cover and you know I like it, yeah. I love it, yeah, I like it, yeah, I love it. Drip like water with slice up lemon, life so sweet.
Door into this room. The layouts are very similar across the places. I really like, look at the toilets, the sink and stuff is like good quality, like a good standard compared to like the one that we just saw. And the rooms are always really big, so love these light fixtures. And then this is like this court, and this play area is connected to this building, you guys. Oh, and there's a balcony as well. And then look at this, lots and lots of wardrobe space, which a lot of these apartments have been lacking. Like they'll just give you literally like two little, like just one of this as a wardrobe. Like, and then the kitchen is also nice. Like I like this wood color. You see what I mean? Like there's none with fitted kitchens, so that's just like not happening. But I like this. This is nice and big.
Both feet in it, doing it big, got big ambition. Bright lights, how I like my vision. Trusting that feeling when I feel it. Run the numbers all the way to 1 million. I don't know if they can see what we've been building, but you know we gon' still be in the building. Big dreaming, can't you see it? We stay shining, every season and you know I like it, yeah, I love it, yeah.
Apartments are on this side, right? When will it get too hot to walk?
June, July, August, 3 months you can't walk in.
June, July, August?
Yeah. Even from your building you can't go down.
You can't go what?
You can't go down to your cab also. Trust me, we never switch our cab. We start morning.
Yeah.
Till we go home, we never switch.
You don't get out?
No.
Big dreaming, can't you see it? We stay shining, every season and you know I like it, yeah, I love it, yeah, I like it, yeah, I love it. I'm motivated, I'm so elated, I'm with the fam, we all related, yeah. Life is good, so why they hate me? They throw the cap, we graduated, yeah. I'm used to it, so you know I had to settle in. My future bright light shining on my melanin. Yeah, go make a play, yeah. Just how you like it, Here go a taste now. Big dreaming, can't you see it? We stay shining, every season and you know I like it, yeah. I love it, yeah, I like it, yeah, I love it. Ay, run the numbers, all summer, we stay sky's a limit. Life so sweet, jump both feet in it. Doing it big, got big ambition. Bright, bright lights, how I like my vision. Trusting that feeling when I feel it. Run the numbers all the way to $1 million. I don't know if they can see what we've been building, but you know we gon' still be in the building. Big dreaming, can't you see it? We stay shining every season, and you know I like it.
Okay, you guys, so I hope you've enjoyed coming around with me to so many different areas in Dubai looking for places. I think I found somewhere that I like, but I'm trying to kind of get things finalized at the moment, but we're in the process. In this part of the video, I really just want to give some tips for people who are genuinely actually looking to move to Dubai, maybe now or in the future. And I'm just going to share with you some things that I think that you should definitely know. So the first thing is, agents are not going to take you seriously until it's about 2 to 3 weeks before your move-in date, because the market moves so fast here. If there is someone else who is trying to move in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you're saying, oh, I'm trying to move in 2 months time, the person who's trying to move in 2 to 3 weeks will take priority over you. There are some places that do, for example, like there's a company called Blue Ground, and then you can like book accommodation like months out, but in general 2 to 3 weeks before you move is when you actually want to start getting in contact with agents if you really want them to respond. In terms of the best websites, Property Finder for me was the best one, because on there you can directly click like WhatsApp and then immediately get into a WhatsApp conversation with the real estate agents, which I found to be so much easier. But there's also Bayu and Dubizzle as well. I'm sure there are many others, but those are the 3 that I frequently looked at. Another thing is that the agents work on commission here, and so this can sometimes, I felt like some of their incentives were just to sell, or like rent, and they didn't always necessarily have your best interests at play. Like I was telling you guys, when I was looking at some of the apartments, I couldn't necessarily trust what they were saying about how close the metro was, because obviously they knew that I wanted to be close to the metro, so they'll tell me it's super close. Like they might say, oh yeah, like it's only a 5-minute walk, when realistically it's actually a 12-minute walk, because they're just really wanting you to take the apartment so that they can get their commission. So that's definitely something that you need to be aware of, and yeah, just make sure you double check everything that they say, and also don't let them pressure you. For me, it was super helpful. So there's one of the apartments in here, Jaddaf, you guys would have saw with the infinity pool. I love that apartment so much, and it was a good price. But then when I actually spoke to people who had lived in Dubai and grown up in Dubai, everyone was kind of like, that area is a no-go, because it's just still under development. Everything will basically be far. Don't get an apartment there. So what I'm basically saying is, everything that they do tell you, you might just want to fact check that with people who are actually living in Dubai or who have lived in Dubai, because they're going to tell you what you want to hear. In terms of the popular areas, Business Bay is probably the most popular area in terms of even people who I work with, where they live, and especially if you work in the DIFC area. Business Bay is like, what, 2 metro stations away, maybe like 10 to 15 minutes in a car. What they did have there was really good options in terms of like, when I was looking for, because you guys know that I was looking for partly furnished apartments, so I was looking for like fitted kitchen but then unfurnished with the furniture, and Business Bay was the place that had those options. And I think it's because they have so many residential buildings that there are more options there, and it's where a lot of expats are. Another area as well that a lot of people tend to live that's much cheaper is JVC, and it has some really good apartments there as well, but there's no metro station whatsoever, which obviously probably reflects the price, but a lot of people tend to say that they really like that area. If you want to keep all the options open to you, I would say either pick completely unfurnished or fully furnished. I was looking for partly furnished, and that made it a lot harder, and I haven't finalized yet, but I think I'm probably going to finalize an apartment that is fully unfurnished. I think this is like a crucial point, is the payment schedules for the apartment that you're going to rent. It is very common for them to ask you for one check, as in pay your whole rent up front in one payment, which I think is absolutely crazy, but it kind of works in Dubai because a lot of companies will give their employees a housing allowance, and once you show your company that you're the place that you're trying to rent is requesting you to pay your rent up front, they will then pay you your housing allowance up front so that you can make that payment. But yeah, it's very common for them to ask for 1 check for you to pay all of your apartment up front, or 2 checks, so in 6 months, or 4 checks, so in increments of 3 months. And even for the ones for me that have asked for 4 checks, they want you to like wire them whatever the first 3 months, but then they still want you to give them the checks for the upcoming 3 payments as well. And then in general, what they'll typically ask for is like 3 months of bank statements or pay slips, your labor contract or your offer letter from your job, and then your Emirates ID. You need an Emirates ID to get a long-term apartment here. But yeah, if you have any questions, put them down below. There are a few people who watch me who are already living in Dubai, so maybe they can answer your questions as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little series. The next video in this should hopefully be me moving into my apartment. You guys will see the company that I'm working with and why I decided to go with them, the furnishing that I chose, and all that good stuff. I'm excited. I'm currently in an Airbnb right now and it's so nice, but I'm really ready to stop living out of suitcases. So I can't wait. Anyway, see you guys in my next video. Bye.